The Amityville Horror is a chilling and infamous tale of a haunted house that has captivated the public's imagination since the 1970s. The story is centered around a house in Amityville, Long Island, New York, and the disturbing experiences reported by the Lutz family, who briefly resided there in 1975. Here are the key details of the Amityville Horror. The DeFeo murders. The story begins with a tragedy on November 13, 1974, when Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his entire family in their Amityville home. He claimed that voices in the house compelled him to commit the gruesome act. DeFeo was later convicted of the murders. The Lutz family moves in. About a year later, George and Kathy Lutz, along with Kathy's 3 children from a previous marriage, moved into the infamous house at 112 Ocean Avenue. The family was aware of the house's history but felt it was an opportunity to own a home at a significantly reduced price. Paranormal activity. Soon after moving in, the Lutz family reported a series of disturbing and paranormal events. These included strange odors, eerie sounds, cold spots, and mysterious black stains that appeared on toilets and other fixtures. The Red Room. One of the most chilling aspects of the Amityville Horror was the discovery of a hidden room painted red. The room had no windows and seemed to emanate a malevolent energy. The Lutzes claimed that it was a focal point for supernatural activity in the house. The Amityville Horror Book. Jay Anson's book, The Amityville Horror, published in 1977, detailed the Lutz family's experiences. The book became a bestseller and spawned a series of movies, documentaries, and countless discussions about the supernatural. The Warrens' involvement. Ed and Lorraine Warren, renowned paranormal investigators, became involved in the Amityville case. They claimed that the house was possessed by malevolent forces, and they conducted investigations to support their findings. However, the validity of their claims has been widely debated. Debate and skepticism. The Amityville Horror story has been met with skepticism and controversy. Critics argue that the Lutz family fabricated the haunting to profit from book and movie deals. Others question the reliability of the Warrens' investigations. Movie adaptations. The Amityville Horror book has been adapted into multiple films, starting with the 1979 movie starring James Brolin and Margot Kidder. These films have played a significant role in popularizing the haunted house story. Subsequent owners. Despite its notorious reputation, the Amityville house has changed hands multiple times. Some owners have reported no paranormal activity, while others have experienced strange occurrences. The Amityville Horror remains one of the most debated and iconic cases in paranormal history. Whether one believes in the supernatural or views it as an elaborate hoax, the story has left an indelible mark on popular culture, inspiring numerous works of fiction and continuing to intrigue those fascinated by tales of haunted houses and unexplained phenomena. The Sallie House, located in Atchison, Kansas, is known for its reputation as one of the most haunted houses in the United States. The house gained notoriety due to the reported paranormal experiences of its residents and visitors. The story of the Sallie House is steeped in claims of ghostly sightings, strange occurrences, and encounters with an entity believed to be a little girl named Sally. Here are key details about the Sallie House. History of the house. The Sallie House, officially known as the Finney House, was built in the mid-19th century. Over the years, it has had various owners. In the early 1990s, it gained widespread attention due to reports of paranormal activity. The Legend of Sally. The most prominent and unsettling aspect of the Sallie House haunting is the legend of Sally, a young girl believed to have lived in the house during the early 1900s. According to the legend, Sally suffered a severe appendicitis, and despite the efforts of a local doctor, she did not survive the surgery. Paranormal experiences. Numerous reports have detailed paranormal experiences within the Sallie House. Residents, visitors, and paranormal investigators have described phenomena such as unexplained footsteps, objects moving on their own, mysterious shadows, and electronic devices malfunctioning. Sally's apparition. Witnesses have claimed to see the apparition of a young girl, believed to be Sally, in various parts of the house. Some describe her as a playful spirit, while others have reported more malevolent encounters. Physical attacks. One of the more disturbing aspects of the Sally house haunting is the alleged physical attacks on residents and visitors. Some have reported scratches, bruises, and other unexplained injuries that they attribute to the paranormal activity in the house. Paranormal investigations. The Sally house has been the subject of multiple paranormal investigations, with various investigators attempting to capture evidence of the reported hauntings. Some claim to have recorded EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, and captured anomalies in photographs. TV shows and documentaries. The Sally house has been featured in numerous television shows and documentaries focused on paranormal investigations. These programs often showcase the alleged paranormal occurrences and the efforts of investigators to document them. Skepticism and debunking. Skeptics and paranormal debunkers have challenged the authenticity of the Sally house haunting. They argue that many reported phenomena can be explained by natural causes or psychological factors. Ownership changes. The house has changed hands multiple times, with some owners experiencing the reported paranormal activity and others dismissing it as folklore. The continuous turnover of ownership has contributed to the mystery and allure of the Sally house. The Sally house remains a subject of fascination and debate within the paranormal community. Whether one believes in the supernatural or approaches it with skepticism, the story of the Sally house adds to the rich tapestry of haunted house legends and continues to attract those intrigued by the mysterious and unexplained. The Enfield poltergeist is one of the most well-documented and widely discussed cases of alleged paranormal activity, particularly poltergeist phenomena. The events took place in Enfield, North London, during the late 1970s and involved the Hodgson family. The case gained significant attention due to the reported intensity and variety of paranormal occurrences witnessed by multiple witnesses, including investigators and journalists. Here are key details about the Enfield poltergeist case. The Hodgson family. The Hodgson family consisted of Peggy Hodgson and her 4 children, Margaret, Janet, Johnny, and Billy. The reported paranormal activity centered around the 2 girls, Margaret and Janet. Initial disturbances. The disturbances in the Hodgson home began in August 1977. The family reported hearing strange noises, including knocking and furniture moving on its own. The incidents escalated, with the family witnessing objects being thrown across rooms and furniture levitating. Voice phenomena. One of the most eerie aspects of the Enfield poltergeist was the alleged voice phenomena. Janet, in particular, was said to be the channel for a deep, male voice that spoke through her. The voice claimed to be Bill Wilkins, a man who had lived and died in the house years earlier. Witnesses and investigators. The case attracted the attention of investigators, including Maurice Gross and Guy Lyon Playfair from the Society for Psychical Research, SPR. They spent a considerable amount of time at the Hodgson home, documenting and investigating the reported phenomena. Journalists and other witnesses also visited the house. Photographic and video evidence. The investigators claim to have captured photographic and video evidence of the paranormal activity. This included images of Janet levitating and footage showing furniture moving seemingly on its own. Critics, however, have questioned the authenticity of some of these materials. Skeptical views. The Enfield poltergeist case has faced skepticism from some quarters. Critics argue that the children, particularly Janet, may have staged some of the events or exhibited poltergeist-like behavior as a form of acting or mischief. Duration of the activity. The reported activity continued for over a year, gradually decreasing in intensity. The last significant incident was reported in September 1978. Media coverage. The case received extensive media coverage, and it was featured in newspapers, magazines, and television programs. It became one of the most famous and controversial poltergeist cases in paranormal history. Legacy. The Enfield poltergeist case left a lasting impact on paranormal research and popular culture. It inspired books, documentaries, and the 2016 horror film The Conjuring 2, which incorporated elements of the Enfield case into its storyline. The Enfield poltergeist case remains a subject of debate within the paranormal community. While some view it as compelling evidence of paranormal phenomena, others question the credibility of the witnesses and the authenticity of the reported events. The case underscores the complexities and challenges associated with investigating and interpreting alleged hauntings and poltergeist activity.